Hello, this is Kathy Vivian Fabian speaking to you from the sunny Plateau Mont Royal. Today I'm going to be taking a visit to the St. Laurent Street Fair and filming. I start off from a relatively busy corner. Mine, the trucks are in full force and people are getting ready to work. Right at our corner we have the fire station. To me it looks like a lot like a castle. Let's see if I could get it into my camera. Let me show you. It's maybe because of the turret on the top there, see? It's a nice little castle. It makes great pictures. Lots of people get rewards when they take pictures of themselves with this particular building. Now a little bit quiet. It seems that when the trucks come, they come out all at once and you can't even hear yourself think. It's not a great busy time at the plateau, so people are taking advantage of the relative quiet and business to do some much needed road repairs. And there's all sorts of little construction sites all over on the street. Right now that makes it a little bit less easy for traffic to go back and forth, which I think is perhaps the general idea as well, since there is a sentiment that people come in very fast and there's a lot, but they also go out very fast, and so does the money. The St. Laurent Street Fair will be for 10 days this time. So I'm going to go to the bus stop where I take my bus to get to the corner where I'm going to stop off for my breakfast at the brand new restaurant called the Mont Coco. I think that's the right name. And I'll catch you there later. Kathy Vivian Fabian speaking to you. As I wait for my bus, I see there's certainly bicycles galore all over as people come here. I think the Plateau Mont Mural is a certain hub for those who love bicycles of all kinds. And it's a great way in the summertime to get to work. Here's some more. We even have the police. There's a bicycles for police as well. They're coming down doing their patrol on cycles. So suffice it to say, if you like bicycles, then maybe it's a good thing for you to go down to the plateau and take your bike for a ride. Sundays, Bixie's free. That means if you get, I don't ride a bicycle, but I saw that. If you could get to a Bixie place where they give those bicycles for something like $76, I think, a month, you could get it free on Sunday. So that's if you look to save money. That might be something good to do with your time. And here I'll wait for my bus, which is coming down. Of course, there's a lot of cars. This is a busy corner and it's just traffic hour. Kathy Vivian Fabian speaking to you. I'm on my way to the new restaurant that just opened up to have a brunch before I do two things. I'm going to the thrift shop to look around. I have something to give them, and then I'm off to do some filming and maybe some impromptu little shopping, maybe on the St. Laurent Street Fair, as well as taking lots of good pictures, I hope. And I'm getting down the Mural Street just before I reach the restaurant. Just coming up to the restaurant, it says Allô Mont Coco. This has a nice little garden here. This place has a history. This building was very new. It was built, a very expensive building on the corner, and because of the beauty and the expense of the building, the first things people thought was to put a restaurant, which there still is. But the terrace, just a second. Bonjour, bon appétit. The terrace was always enclosed. You think that, the first thing people think that they're going to close the terrace so that you could have a lovely walk in private after the meal. And what happened here in this corner is that all sorts of beggars came sitting in front of the terrace, and it became a favorite spot for them. For years it was like this. And finally they decided, so they kept on closing it and closing it, bigger and bigger walls, and never did the beggars stop coming. So finally this restaurant, which is why I'm here to have my breakfast, decided to get out of the box and open the garden so that people could see, that could enjoy people on the terrace could eat and enjoy the view and have a nice garden. And it took a long time for them to figure that out, and I think it looks and works quite nicely so far. I'll keep you abreast of it. And now I'm going to go and eat my breakfast. Speak to you. This is Allo Mon Coco.
Yes.
And
this is Bob.
well, this is Bob.
This is Pamela.
Pamela, pleased to meet you. My name is Kathy. And this is, nice to meet you. This is the restaurant I was so impressed with because of the terrace and everything. Look, it's beautifully decorated, which is a pleasure to see here. Now I'm going to go eat my breakfast. A nice good inner city view for a morning breakfast. Some people like it, I do. Certainly it's a sign of progress. It's just the beginning of the morning and the street fair isn't open yet. It's a large menu and I don't know what to order, but I finally said I see oca cheese, which I love oca cheese. They have 2 new menus, an avocado, oca cheese, and I think Spanish onion. And here I get a generous portion, and I'm going to start my breakfast. I'm on my way after my breakfast is at Allo Mon Coco. It's a nice good hearty plate I got. It was oca, cheese, which that was the perk for it, as well as Spanish onion. And it was it was good, it tasted good, but I didn't do it justice because I had eaten a little bit before. I looked next to me, these 2 ladies have a nice plate of fruit. They got the low fat thing, the health conscious, and I think next time I'll do that. I had wished for more fruit on my plate, and I didn't, but I got a generous portion of omelette with a lovely presentation of the potato fry and good nice toast, and that was okay. Again, I wish I could have done it justice, but it fills me up for the morning as I continue my morning on Friday to the St. Laurent Street Fair. It's not called that. I'm terrible with names. And so I go. I'm a little bit early. There's no one on the street yet except people setting up. I'm going to stop off at the Portuguese Park, which I don't know the name. And I will arrange my stuff. I have labels to put on for the stuff I give to the thrift shop, which is Le Chaînon. And I do that so that people know that I give things. If you don't put a label on it, dear, no one ever knows that you give it. Many people take the credit from it, but there's someone who gives it, and I love to acquire, so I give a lot to charity. So much so, I find myself poor. That's got to stop. Now I have labels so people at least know who's got it. It's got a standard contribution suggested $50. Even if you don't put it down, which I have yet to receive a penny, certainly it's for you to think about. I'm on my way, and I'll speak to you soon. Oh, there I see right in front of me, I see this 100% natural exotic fruit popsicle place. Since I didn't have much of fruit, I'm going to have something else, I think, if I'm going to go down the whole street for the fair. So I hope they have another one like this, because it fits the bill of what I want. Often they have something, this mango shaped, they cut it up into shaping it like a rose, and it's on a stick. That might be interesting too. Latitude North collects Hollywood-style expensive furniture, and as I pass by, I see it has 2 magnificent chandeliers in it, and I can't resist taking a picture as I go by. It's always a treat to go into Latitude North. They have a few things on the floor, but they're also supposed to have a large catalog of stuff. As I make my way to the park, I notice from the corner of my eye, I think I saw another gallery has opened up here. So I can't resist going down. There's all sorts of really nice furniture shops. Let's see if I could find the gallery. This is it's no more, it used to be called EQ3, and it is here. This is a very nice store for all sorts of collectibles, small things like cups and saucers. But it also has furniture too. It also had a lovely system for drawers for putting, like drawers, shelves, which you can make them into drawers if you want to too. And you could put them horizontal or vertical once you buy your base, which I like that very much. I still have yet the money to be able to buy one myself. Talking about practical things. This used to be the Italian School of Monumental Furniture. They used to have a monumental furniture. It's a large space. And here's a gallery. They've opened up another gallery, which is nice for me. That's as a sign of an artist. Galleries are welcome. You can see some of the pictures mixed with the reflection of the other side, I hope. I'll try to get a better shot as I get into the shade. Paintings mostly. I do photography. Let's get to the other side of this pillar. They say if you want to get the price, you got to pay, you got to show the materials are expensive. They say. And then there's another school that says it's just quality. That's I was reading people, general rule of thumb, the more you pay for your materials like your canvas and your paint, the more you will get the price you ask for if it's high. That's why I guess these works of art are large. There's a flyer in the door. It says it's a pop-up exhibition. A pop-up exhibition means that it's not going to be here more than a couple of days. Very cool. It's a very nice pop-up exhibition. This is a brand new store. It used to house for a very short, limited amount of time something called Frips. F-R-I-P-Z. And it was a thrift shop that was giving, that was raising profits for people with some sort of organization, people with psychiatric problems. It didn't last too long. I was talking about pop-up galleries, which they have a little one right next to where I live, but why not, like this enterprising business, have a pop-up store? 4 weekends. And it has furniture in it, all sorts of stuff. I didn't find anything, my commode here, but there's all sorts of nice things. I think they've changed the stock. Stark-like chairs. A white easy chair. An elephant, what is that? That to rest your feet or for a child? A nice color red. And look at this here. This beautiful sold gold and blue, no, gold and black chair. Lovely. I think this is rather funny. Pink flamingos for a street fair. It's actually called Mural Festival d'Art Public. You ever hear of a flamingo party? That's where people used to buy all sorts of these flamingos that you put in the lawn, and you put them in the lawn, and then anyone could come. It's an open house party for anyone who sees the flamingos. So I think these flamingos are funny and right appropriate for the Mural Street Fair, or the real name is Festival d'Art Public. For the first time, I think the streets are going to be closed for 10 days in a row. Usually it's from Wednesday to Friday. Here's the exotic fruit cart I was talking about. It's not open yet. I guess it's too early for frozen fruit popsicles. 100% natural, real tropical fruit. When I came here a couple of days ago, they had 2 of these gypsy trucks that serve food that are just now made legal. Both health food. One had to do with naan bread sandwiches. I don't know, I like naan bread alone, but maybe it's good. And here's the banner that says what it is. Here's the banner that says what it is. Mural Festival d'Art Public, 9 to 19th June 2016. We're right next to the Portuguese park. Maybe I'll find the right name for it. Portuguese park it is called Parque de Portugal. So I wasn't far off. Some people call it the Portuguese park, but it's the Portugal park, or the Park of Portugal. And it seems to be all decked up for the festival. That's going to have some concerts. And in I go to find a shaded seat, which there seem to be a lot. It's pretty early in the morning. As I arrange my stuff, I don't want to crush something. It looks like a very nice piece of art at the very far end. Let's go examine it on the truck. Again, everybody's not here. It's too early. And you could they have a nice little barefoot line, what is that? Tent that you could get drinks when it's appropriate. Here, this is it. This looks very nice. This tribal pattern catches my eye, and I go close to it to enjoy it and film it. Why not? Here, very pretty colors. Just a spontaneous gift of art. So the back of someone's truck. No one's ever heard of Parque de Portugal without its official lion fountain. I don't know what you do. I guess you could cool off with it, or I don't think I should drink it. I wish they would tell me. It's made in 1990 by an artist, Rui Diaz. And here's the label that I put on all the stuff I give away. Why don't you tell me your opinion of it? Write me a note at what it says there, kfabian.kathynotes @gmail.com. I'd like to hear what you think of it. These are my old business cards. When I run out of these, I'll use the nicer ones. But right now, thrift shops I'm giving it to, so I think these cards are fine. This is what I'm going to give the thrift shop today. I like to give elaborate motifs, things with elaborate motifs, like this pretty design here, which I don't know if you can see, it has rhinestones on it, and it will go right in 5 minutes. Here's a nice good thing to do if you drink a lot of soft drinks. Build a tower. See, they're made of individual soft drink bottles. Pepsi, Coke. They make them into different colors and put it into triangles and squares. Voila! A soft drink top, an empty bottle, an empty can, tower to, well, not the sky, to the highest tree on the block. Well, in the park. And closed off streets are great places to put large work of arts that nobody's seen, like this one over here. And the one right next to it that says Kipik, which the booth isn't open yet. Kipik. And a happy child it would be if you could get your very own purple elephant wading pool. That's the way to go. Purple elephant wading pool. And I like this particular shop, Home Hardware, Kinkillery Home, because it always puts these lovely colored merchandise attractively displayed. Always, always, always they have an eye for color. And it's good for the camera. I have many good shots from their things, artfully displayed, including lots and lots of pictures of this display of chairs, which changes color every year. If you have a sun deck, these are very attractive to sit in and enjoy the beach, or just the sun, in purple and turquoise or light blue, I don't know, and yellow. And here's another favorite store of mine, Artemano. Year after year after year, I use their lovely displays that they always make for the street fair just effortlessly online. They just simply, they take the time and the effort to make their furniture attractive and beautiful and give the people a gift, and would be genius photographers like me, so that I can maybe make $1 million from my artwork, with beautiful displays of furniture and merchandise which you could buy, like this frame, like from this store, Art Fair. Let's see if I can get a further away shot. It would be nice to sit down in one of these chairs and drink a nice cool drink. This truck was here before, when I came here a couple of days ago. La fille du laitier. Does that mean the daughter of the milkman, or for short, the milkmaid? Livraison théâtre. It's a little snack bar truck, which these things have just been made legal, and they have all kinds of things, including that wonderful vegetarian restaurant called the Panther Vert, which makes great falafel. And here's another work of art. I don't know, she's surrounded by an octopus, this young lady, and she's eating sushi, you see. I think she might be an anime cartoon figure, I'm not sure. It's about 10:15, 10:30, and the street is slowly coming to life as people are starting to put up their booth. It's still too early to have food, but there's large trucks coming in. I wonder what they have there. On a good day, St. Laurent Street in the morning is full of trucks delivering things to stores. And every store has, it seems, a truck in front of it putting all sorts of merchandise from buns, fresh made buns, to furniture. The Brasser RI is here, and that's a big truck, and here comes Rona, which they have a store somewhere on the street, not too far from here. They've got to manipulate going through the closed street fair, first of all, which I don't really think they should be here, but somebody made a mistake. And second of all, they've got to make sure they're not disturbing somebody in the kiosk. I'm sure they would be impatient to start opening their kiosk and not lose any sales. Of course, it's pretty early, and most of the kiosks aren't open up, so maybe he's right on schedule. I spy a flowery work of art attached to a fence, but a large truck just neatly obstructs my view of it, so I'm going to see if I can go to the other side and film it. And here's the hidden work of art attractively displayed on the Rona chicken wire fence, with a lot of purple, which matches the bright blue wall of the store. It's a wood store right behind it. Two saucy ladies and a little flash, not a flash, quite a little bit of a lot of bare bosom. Here is some rather interesting artwork done by, I don't know, this is a very good shark. It's not done by children, I don't think. It says draw here. I don't have my chalk, and here you could, another display, you could put your face, the three of you in those holes there, and you make up a person. It says children's zone. Here's another place for children to draw. That was a hell of a good shark. That was a very good shark. And there's some people drawing things on the floor, on the road floor. This is called the Mural zone for enfants. This is a children's zone. So there's all sorts of writing everywhere, scribbles actually. And another display where you could mingle with some rather frightening looking people, monster people I think. by just simply putting your face in the hole with, you have three of you can do that at the same time. Right off the side, I think I'm on Duluth Street. I hit a large mural with all sorts of creatures, imaginary creatures that look kind of either angry or hurt or enraged. This is a poor neighborhood, and people find beauty in a lot of people who have actually been quite battered by life. I think it's an exercise in questions of beauty and ugliness, and mostly courage and perseverance, and loving people for all their qualities, even unusual people and unorthodox people, and again all the accompanying things of fear and effort, determination, even in the face of something as permanent as death or injury. There's a lot of artwork that deals with the idea of confrontation and conflict. In this community, artists have kind of latched on to confrontation and conflict in a lot of the artwork, especially the murals, which are popular artwork, which are not paid for, I believe. This artist has latched on to the color scheme of a lot of the more confrontational, disturbed art, and has made quite a beautiful display of an urban landscape. Very nice. The thing to notice is, again, the palette will often be used in the disturbed art that they have around, with talking about death and conflict and perseverance, and has simply turned it into an urban landscape. And what he's done, or she's done, is introduce the colors of this green and purple, often associated with death, and to a very good effect. It's part and parcel of a place to sit down and eat, which is right in front of the Schubert pool, and shaded. It's an old, I think it's an old railway train, and you have the motif all around the railings. Again, lots of black, of course. The Schubert pool is not a free pool, it's a public bath, and often gets in danger. And they seem to have introduced some very nice metal lights in their entrance, which goes very well with this railway car, this painted railway car, which is taken out at festivals. So I think it might even be left sometimes in the summer, so tired people could sit down and rest as they make their way down the very busy St. Laurent Street, where it has a lot of attractive shops. Like for me, for example, I thought, I would stop at Mon Okoko and just go back home, or after the thrift shop and go back home and do my work. And I couldn't resist the sunshine and the lovely walk down the street as people get ready to open up. It should be going in full swing about 11:30. And I'll be trying to make it down, if I can, to Sherbrooke Street to enjoy every bit of it now. A nice, what is this, a picture of a cat? Let me guess that this is not just a picture of a cat. It has something behind it, like a poster or something. This is in keeping with the mood of the place. You don't just have artwork, you have artwork with a function. It could be like part of a billboard, or it could be part of a place to sit down. It could be even an advertisement. You just don't have a work of art. Beauty for itself, forget it. You have no beauty for itself in the Plateau Montreal that I see, very rarely. It always has a purpose. It has a purpose, and better a purpose and a purpose and a purpose. Not just one purpose, it's several purposes. Like it's an advertisement that's attractively done on a billboard, but it also has a place for people to sit down. This is practical. I think it sounds Scottish, but this is practical. Practical is what it is. And contrary to what I said, and a little bit to my surprise, we have a pretty classical, traditional mural of a clipper ship and a large rooster, right appropriately in Cocorico, which makes great sandwiches with cornbread rolls. They used to be, for the longest time, only $3.75. And on the other side, there you go, you have more, a less appropriate, less traditional picture of two men. It's a very big picture. Let's see if I can get it into the camera. As I go back, I think they're playing cards. And I think one is cheating, or maybe they're telling their fortune. The big picture. One of the problems with big murals, you have to have a really large zoom. Here we go. I pretty much got it. And I think I see something. I'm standing in front of something else right here, which says boom. It's the same person that did the cat, and I'll guess that if I go behind it, it will be part of an advertisement and billboard stating what is going to be going on in the street fair. No, here's a picture of an advertisement of a cat, which is one, and information. Yep. Maybe he's got he's the one who's creating the billboards. It says here, posters, Trouver ta plage, find your beach. Cafe bar on the St. Laurent, called St. Laurent Frappe. Frappe is a kind of a drink. And they have a new morbid mural here that used to be, this is a place that made gravestones. I thought what they made before was illegal. This one, they have this one, this is, I guess, maybe more tame. It's still rather morbid, but take into account that this was a place where there's gravestones, quite appropriate. What is not appropriate to me is a Ripple's ice cream parlor, unless you think that those people, the men you could see working with the large gravestones, probably were hungry for ice cream on a good hot day. My brother and his family will come down here, as this is the place to go to them. Ripples. And this is a real treat for the public. Somebody lent their door to have someone put artwork on it. I think this is original painting. If I would buy it, you'd have to buy the door, I think. We're getting close to 11 o'clock in the morning now, and the street is coming alive with people. I think they're doing their basic shopping on St. Laurent Street, but they haven't opened up. They're starting to open up slowly, the little places to eat something, and this is maybe where I'll find my fruit if I can't hold my appetite till I get home. I have some good bread from the bakery called Guillaume, which is not too far. They just made it larger. A wild and beautiful, I stopped in front of a wild and beautiful mural of two eagles, one living and one, no, dead eagles, I think. I think one is alive and one is dead, battling each other with a snake, living and dead animals in a parking lot. Done by a man named Nichos, which his name is right on the top in very large letters, 2015.